For me, it was a little different. I was walking in the huddle with John Elway, so it was scary as hell. I don't watch a lot of college football, but when I watched tape on this kid, what I saw was special. Playing at Alabama, you're playing against the best in college football.
Well, we got some film that Broncos coaches watched. We asked for it and said, hey, what plays stood out from these guys, all three wide receivers that the Broncos drafted? And let's just jump into it.
I always look at how they get off the ball. That's the first thing. I love the fact that he's in the slot and see how he pressed at the guy and kept the guy outside and just sit right there in the hole. See, he's getting his separation from his guy who's coming in motion to clear it. See how the guy cleared it? He's choked right behind him, right behind the DB. The DB doesn't even know that guy's sitting right behind him about to get the ball. And he's taking the ball and trying his best to get upfield. He knows he's going lateral. He'll learn that too, but he's got that kind of speed. Sometimes he can outrun the people.
This was their bowl game against Michigan.
He's in that slot. No one's on him, which I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing? So no one's on him, and the quarterback sees that the guy is on the safety one-on-one. He's going to get that ball all day. And of course, he trots, strolls, jogs, moonwalks all the way to the end zone.
It's going downtown here on the first play to Jeudy, and there he goes. Goodbye, Jerry Jeudy.
We call it, they give it free release. Free release means no one's in his way. Look, he's running a straight line right down the hash. He pushes up on the safety. The safety's dead. The safety's dead after like his first 5 steps. The safety's already dead. He goes inside, outside. The safety has no chance.
I need that guap. I need it.
And then this one against South Carolina.
They don't know who's going to get who on the DB, so they decide to lock. And lock means that corner's going to stay on him. And so you see he jab right there to the left. You get the guy off balance, pushes him back up, breaks outside easy pitch and catch. But you see that wiggle. That's what I love. That on press, he got his shoulders down. You notice how he got smaller. And that's what he's going to need in the NFL, because he's going to be having somebody in his face a lot. In the NFL, 95% of the time, somebody's in your face and they're trying to disrupt your entire world.
Rod, in your opinion, why do you think Jeudy has such developed route running skills?
I call it gap. When I teach young guys and even older guys, I call it gap. G is go. You got to get your butt off the ball. All this dancing at the line, we don't have time for that. A is accelerate. You notice he did that. He dipped and he accelerated. And then the P is actually position, like basketball. You got to position yourself to receive the ball, or if it was a basketball bounce pass or a lob or whatever it was, you got to get your body in position. So I call it gap, and I just gave all my secrets away to the world. But you still got to do it. And when I see him on tape, that's what I saw. And I'm like, dude, he already got it. You know what it is, man? He went to Alabama. These dudes got the best of the best. They got former pro coaches. They got the best of the best. They get the best facilities. They get the best coaching. They get the best teaching. It's like being NFL B. You know what I'm saying?
This is KJ Hamler on the edge. Shows his burst. Hamler.
Let's move on to KJ Hamler. So much talk about his speed and what he'll be able to do at the next level. What'd you like about his game here, Rod?
Man, I definitely see him in the slot. He's being a smaller player. If you notice how he pushes at the guy's outside leverage. He pushes at him to keep him out there. If the guy's square while he's running at him, he's dead. Of course, this turns into about a 58-yard touchdown from an 8-yard catch. Takes the hit, has the balance, has the patience with his guy on his team. But he said, okay, you get the other one. Let me do something to him. And he does exactly that, man. And then he just accelerates. And we need that.
And then the next play here against the Memphis Tigers.
No one's on them. They're dead. Think about it. Where does he want to go? I mean, you have a person within 5 yards of this kid, but as you saw previously, he's a tackle breaker. He can shake and move, and he literally steps on the gas quickly. As his coach, I'm telling him, listen, every time you touch the football, I want the sticks moving. I know you're used to getting touchdowns, but I need 10.5 yards. This is what Shannon Sharp told me. He said, Rod, listen, 10.5. I was like, what do you mean? He said, every time you catch the football, we need 10.5 yards. He said, that means we got a first down. That means our chance of scoring touchdowns go up.
And then the last one here from a huge game he had against Michigan, really showing off his speed.
Michigan is the highlight tape. The same play, different guy, on a safety, on the hash mark, running the post. Oh, he's up on him. The guy's still square. He's dead. It was a quarters look, and that play call was perfect. And of course, this guy is I don't know what he runs the 40 in, but I can tell you it's extremely fast. So those guys are game changers. In the NFL right now, that smaller, fast receiver in that slot, and I'm like, man, we got one.
Rod, what's the hardest part about catching a ball when you're really wide open down the field? I mean, you obviously did that in the Super Bowl.
Elway boots and rolls to his right, stops, loads it up, throws down deep the middle of the field. Rod Smith's got it!
When you're wide open like that and the ball's just in the air, it takes a while to get to you, huh?
Oh, my goodness. The whole world goes in slow motion, and you're thinking, just catch it, just catch it, just catch it. And once you get it in your hands, then you just haul tail and, as we always say, hit your head on the goalpost.
Rob, what would you tell Hamler? He's a smaller guy. You know, what's the key for him to being able to survive in the NFL?
Oh, that's it. That's his advantage. He's smaller. If you notice what I was telling him how to play small, you got DBs who are bigger, stronger. And these guys got good footwork as well, but he can go underneath them. And what I mean by underneath them, playing with strength, playing with power. And like I said, his stride is perfect, man. He has the perfect stride for running routes, getting in and out of cuts. He's got that wiggle. And when he catches the ball in space, for him, the thing is going to be, hey, get upfield, get two more, get 5 more, get 7 more. And if they absolutely miss, it's gone.
And then let's wrap up here with Untitled Cleveland out of Florida.
I didn't know much about him, but I just love his vertical game. And this kid plays angry. He reminded me of me. He plays kind of pissed off. But here's a guy that makes a play. And like I said, he's like, oh, snap, get it and get upfield. You see how he just put his foot in the ground and went north. Go north. If he doesn't go north, that linebacker or defensive end, he's going to kill him. This next one, no bump. I mean, this route was just sick because he's playing almost on the hash, the entire right side of the field. Where did this corner think he's going to go? You're on an island on the entire right side of the field, and he runs this, we call it a shake route, run up on him, make him think that post that you saw on the last 2 guys, and he comes out of it, good footwork. I really love the way he bent this route, flattened it off. See how he flattened it off right there at the top? That, to me, was what even giving more separation. He's coming back down to the ball, but look what he did at the end. He said, no, I'm not going out of bounds.
And then the last play here.
Yeah, you can pause it right there for a second. As you see they're tight, and when you bump tight and you see the corners are up at the top, is out wide, really covering nobody. So this lets you know that it's zone. And here's what's going to be a key for these young guys is in the NFL, can you recognize zone and man quickly? The faster you can recognize zone and man, it'll determine how you run that route. And sometimes I think the art of learning how to read defenses kind of goes out the window when you're young. You think, well, I'm fast and I'm young and I'm hungry. Well, you still got to be smart. He just turns it up and they just make a play. But you see that toughness to do what? I'm going to lay out for this ball. I'm going to get hit. I don't care.
So you're excited about what the Broncos did this offseason. I mean, this offense should be a lot better than the last couple of years.
Adding Gordon at running back with a Pro Bowler in Lindsey, a quarterback who's hungry. There's no way we're not going to have some fun on offense this year. Don't forget, Cortland Sutton was Pro Bowler. And I'll kind of close with this as the leader of that group now, because he is. We're not paying him to just catch passes anymore. He's got to step into that leadership role of that group. And I believe those guys will respect him and they'll compliment him, but at the same time build their own brand, because that's what this generation is about, their individual brand. And you do it through winning. So shout out to the organization, man, for bringing the guys in that you brought in, scouting department with Matt and John and all those guys say, hey, listen, we're on the hunt to win now, and let's go get the talent to do it.
Rod, I really appreciate your insight. Thanks for spending some time with us.
No problem, man. Appreciate you.